that.
Yeah, now that I think, like, you and Ariel are kind of the two guys who just made a job by keep doing it until it worked. Like,
and Nina drama.
Oh, how could we forget?
Just
I don't think
three
Nina
amigos.
drama.
You don't know Nina drama?
I have no idea. I have no idea what you're. Pretend I'm the audience listening to this right now because I have no fucking clue.
There's this girl named Nina
drama.
who was a Playboy model, and she has sort of injected herself, or maybe she's been injected, I'm not sure, into the MMA community. And so she does these little interviews with fighters. She works for the UFC, seemingly, or quasi works for the UFC. Right. Although I think maybe that's coming to an end now. And I don't know, a bit of a controversial figure. You know, I'm a fan of her because I like camel toe. And I get my MMA journalism elsewhere. I'm there for the toe.
Okay.
Very attractive.
She was controversial because her toe is too deep?
No.
It's just that she brought like a goon baiting style of like appeal to the UFC, which is a thing. Like everyone does that these days. But she called me like the most reprehensible person ever, basically. This was
then fuck that bitch.
We had. Yeah, I know, right?
Who's the woman
Absolutely
that interviewed Mackenzie? No, who's the new champ? Why am I blanking on her name?
It's Mackenzie Dern. They were both on the okay. Who was in the embedded with her? Who was also in a thong bikini? I think
who's her? She's really good.
Yeah, she's great.
What's her name? That's a talented woman.
Yeah. That's crazy because the embeds are meant to promote her, and she like on the first episode, it's like she's in the hot tub. Yeah. All the other fighters are hitting pads and like going on jogs, and I did work my whole life for this, and all this stuff. And they cut to Dern, and she's in a hot tub. Then episode 2, she's like getting her toes done. I'm not even making this up. That was her like segment, so they know what they're doing with Dern. It's
fucking foot girls.
Getting your toes done. I don't understand the foot fetish thing, but I understand feet are like as popular as boobs somehow.
That has to be because the most enviable fetish out there. Imagine if you're at a beach and you're just cloud 9 because you see a bunch of feet ever. Can you imagine how easy it would be to be horny if you were turned?
Take them in the sand.
That sucks.
Yeah,
I wish I was into feet.
Do the sugar cookie thing. Cover them with sand. I don't know what they like. I don't get it.
I don't know. These people are fucking weird.
He beat Gilbert Burns. He has like sneaky wins across his resume. Go on.
Shevchenko, Weili. I don't think you love women's MMA. Or maybe you just. Let me tell you how I feel about women's MMA. I think there's only ever been in the UFC like 4 good female fighters that are technical, well-rounded, explosive, and have like the power to shut a fight off when they want. Shevchenko's one of them. I've always liked Valentina Shevchenko. I think she's kind of cute. I like the gun shit she does. I like that little dance she does. I like the little twirl when she whoops somebody's ass. I like that she's merciless. I saw her almost murder that chick that time with those elbows while fucking homie looked on with his fucking heart. And
Priscilla Capoeira or something, right?
Yeah,
it
was brutal. He was like, I was letting her be a warrior. Fuck you, dude. Anyway, she's taking on Weili. Weili's dropping the straw weight straps, stepping up to her. Shevchenko's a little older now. She's not quite the Shevchenko from 5-6 years ago. She's not as snappy with her kicks. She's not as on her toes. She's not maintaining that distance. She's getting touched by people that I didn't think could touch her.
She nearly lost her last fight to Fiora. I'm going to go towards Zhang Weili. This is the card that's happening, depending on when you post this, maybe this weekend. It's literally the weekend after next, right?
Yeah.
After this one. So, Zhang Weili. I've got Zhang Weili there. I just think there's also lighter man skill is always brought up in MMA, and it does apply to the women. The straw weights are technically better than the bantam weights. It's just a gravity thing. Yeah. And
there was a time when Rose looked like a goddamn technician before whatever happened to her brain, before she had that mental.
Pat Barry seeped into
her.
Turned her into a rugrat or whatever.
Nah, she was 14 when that happened. She was good after that.
Oh, yeah. Listen, there's actually an interview where this guy like Mitrione or some shit. He said, "Listen, man, I was there at Rose's 18th birthday, and he waited, man." And I swear to God, he said that in an interview. It's fucking wild, but that's that situation. But I think Zhang Weili beat Shevchenko because you got a good eye there. Shevchenko's not the same. She's not dominating women on the ground anymore. She's not as snappy to where she can head kick KO someone.
And you know what else? I watched the embeddeds, and I saw one with Weili one time. This is like 3 years ago, maybe. She was in China in her poor ass house. Maybe it's propaganda over there, so who knows? Maybe she's got like a mansion somewhere in her poor ass Chinese house. And she's like, I train and I eat and I train.
Do the
And
voice.
she's just like, she's like a machine being crafted like a fucking Rocky IV over there. And there's a lot riding on women's MMA.
Like
There,
Ivan Drago.
I know they want that Chinese market bad too, like almost as bad as they want that Indian market. But I think
if there's a close, Shevchenko's got a lot of close decisions recently, and I think you're right. If there is a close decision, they're going to go Zhang Weili's way in the way of China.
She won't stop Shevchenko.
No,
I don't believe that.
No, I think she'll win a close split decision, screaming moment, China stand up, billions of people in the market. But I know what you mean about the I train, I sleep. She's like, if there could be a female Dagestani with a career of anything, that would be it. It's just wake up, train, sleep. She's very in that way of it. But Shevchenko's, she's been around. She's been on top for a while. This is something new for Zhang Weili. You know, this is a new challenge. That's big in MMA. So I do think Zhang Weili is going to be, and I agree with you. Most women in the UFC aren't very good, but there are some decent ones,
like men heavyweights, like a bunch of fatsos and like 5 athletes. And
I'm
that's kind of sad.
I won't sit here while you disparage Beche.
Yeah,
yeah.
I can still picture Ronda, her like, and that fight with Ronda. That's when we watched that in a movie theater. That was that same card. With,
was it?
That was Connor was on that card too.
Betchko Hale?
Yeah, we watched I think Ronda versus it was that same card that
I
we
don't
watched.
think she was on that card.
Because you told me about the 4 horsewomen or whatever. I didn't know any of that material beforehand. You're like, you see, Kyle, this Bache girl has beaten all of Ronda's friends. and now Ronda's going to avenge them.
Beche was so outclassed. I just think she's funny because she was literally certified public accountant 6 months before that fight.
That's how they all are. Like they were drawn from a very shallow pool of athletes for women's MMA. I hope it grows in the future, but I think if Ronda had been a legit like goated champion, she'd have got a lot of little girls into it. But the current roster of female champions don't exactly inspire little girls to be like them.
Yeah, maybe little boys.
Is that what they're hoping for?
Oh yeah,
they're hoping for a girl getting her face punched in to inspire more girls to want that.
Well, that's not what Ronda was, smoking people and being charismatic and beautiful and a bad bitch. And like, you know, she was on Howard Stern and she was on every late night show and she had everybody like shining her wheels.
Turned out she was like one of those.
It was supposed to be her in Roadhouse, not McGregor.
1914, like just the earliest adopter of something who isn't that great in the scope of it.
She's a judo Olympian. Was she a medalist?
It's like, you think
bronze, right?
Olympic medalist. I think she took silver or some shit like that. I don't know. Maybe she was gold, but she. I think that the thing is with Ronda is that she's been bitter recently. I recently made a video about this of her being bitter as fuck at the UFC, and it's because she never gave back. After when she lost, she stropped and disappeared. I think that did. If she would have went on a tour of like going into MMA gyms and speaking on this and that and this, then maybe it would be different. And that's normally what fighters do. They pay back to the sport afterwards, but she completely disappeared, did no media.
Money.
Yeah.
Pretty gay of her to do that.
She had enough money. I would
She must like men or something, that gay.
Maybe. Doesn't her boyfriend
Rousey? I tuned off for a second.
Yeah.
Does she get fucked, or is she
Ronda Rousey?
I believe she's married.
Is she a clam hunter?
Yeah, she's married to Travis Brown.
Yeah, she married another MFC heavyweight, but she was like really hetero. She'd be like, God, getting fucked raises your testosterone, so I do it before every fight.
Big into all that. But yeah, she's a Travis Brown.
Like, my boyfriend told me that, and it's like, haha.
yeah. And cum is good for your skin. I'll co-sign.
Dana White told her that one.
She used to date her. He used to date her. So did Brendan Schwab.
Sure did.
Yeah, Eskimo brothers. I know the
Eskimo
lore.
Bros. Yeah, we know the Reddit lore. Any homeless cats in here? I don't know. I used to check. I literally used to be listening to Below the Belt, and when I was like working, like I used to deliver furniture, and in my ears I was just listening to like Below the Belt, and every time he said something, I was like, dude, they're gonna rip him to shreds for this shit later on. I'll check the Reddit tomorrow. They're gonna be tearing him to shreds over this.